So Uncle Ed, trying to think of, we did a lot of things actually, a lot of trips, auto trips with the family. We took the vans, my father's van and Ed's van with all the kids down to Tijuana, and that was a lot of fun. We had an old kind of a wreck of a motorboat that we decided that we were going to buy and to go fish, and we'd take that out and kind of try to upgrade it. Never really got upgraded, but most of the time we spent stuck on the sandbar, Santa Barbara Harbor. And Ed actually saved my life once. So this is, he was a member of the Santa Barbara Racket and Tennis Club. And I remember, I don't think we were living here yet, but we came up, I must have been about 9 years old. And we came up to Santa Barbara to visit, and we went to the Santa Barbara Racket and Tennis Club with Ed and the family. And he said, well, we'll all go, everybody go jacuzzi. So they had a men's jacuzzi and a women's jacuzzi. So you go into the men's jacuzzi, and I'm not sure if I brought a swimsuit or not, but it turns out that everybody jumps in the jacuzzi naked. And there was I'm 9 years old, so 9 years old, jumping in a jacuzzi with a bunch of naked men. Not really something I was accustomed to. So for me, it was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'll do it really quick. So I go to the jacuzzi, and the jacuzzi's packed. They're all lined. I don't know if it was some kind of Greek night or something, but they were all there, and there was no room for me. And I'm standing out there naked going, I don't want to be standing here naked. Typical 9-year-old. So what do? I figure, okay, the center's pretty much open. So I jump into the center, but didn't realize how deep the center was. So the center was way over my head. Now I'm in naked man soup swirling around in the jacuzzi, and Uncle Ed, like a little drowning rat, just pulled me out and pulled me over to the side. He saved my life. Thank you, Uncle Ed. Not so much for the naked man soup, but anyway. All kinds of fun times like that. So yeah, good camping trips, and he, like Randy was saying, all kinds of tools. He showed me what a radial arm saw was, and I always admired all the inventions and things. The big, what was it? The end of the, is it the water? Big metal water or gas tank or something that was cut and turned into a outdoor fire pit. That was an awesome thing he built. And his car top storage on the station wagon that we took up to Washington. He had a huge, big kind of coffin-looking thing up there to store gear. So he was ahead of his time before Yakima and Thule. You should probably ask them for some royalties on that. What else? Oh, our trips to the Channel Islands. So that's kind of something that obviously put an impact on my life, because definitely always been in love with the Channel Islands ever after. But Uncle Ed had put us on a friend's boat, Eric Ranstrom's 32-foot Radden, and all of us went to the islands for a weekend and fished and just kind of hung out. And I don't think any of the family was really that much of, water-oriented people. But that was a really neat thing that you introduced me to, and it obviously became a big part of my life. So thank you very much for that. And just so many things, just lots of good times, always a good time. And teaching me how to ride a bicycle that had handbrakes, because I came up from Huntington Beach when I was about maybe 7 or 8, and I wanted to show Kathy how I had just learned how to ride my bicycle, but my bicycle was coaster brake. So I hopped on Kathy and Cindy's new bikes, which they showed me, which were like 3-speed bicycles, had handbrakes, and I attempted to go downhill, and I got to the bottom of the hill and pedaled backwards, and nothing happened. So I proceeded to launch off the creek and get a concussion and go to the hospital. And it's another memorable moment within the Olson family history. And anyway, I love you, Uncle Ed. Thank you.
California, here I come, right back where I started from. Going back where bowers of flowers bloom in the sun. Each morning at dawning, birdies singing everything a sun-kissed mystic. Don't be late, that's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden all right. You know, you're messing me up. You know, I'm the lead. You know? Sorry about that. Wild Irish Girl, one's for you. What the hell, I can sing that good when I'm your age. That's right.
Yeah, whatever the hell that is. I forgot.
My Wild Irish Rose. Okay. That right, Mitch? Here. Oh, give me a pitch again. You. Right on. Yeah. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose. Irish rose, my wild Irish rose, my rose, the dearest flower that grows. And someday for my sake, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose, my rose, the bloom from my wild Irish rose. Henry Olson, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't he wonderful?
Thank you.
Great.
Put me down.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for singing with us. Yeah. Well, we really can't top that, but we do have one or two more songs if you want to hear another song. Anybody else sing bass? Yeah, they want to hear another song. So, I'm looking out in this audience and I see a lot of young faces. How many of you remember Ozzie and Harriet? See? Oh, look at all these youngsters. And they had a son, they had two sons, David and Ricky. Ricky was a singer, Ricky Nelson, and he made this song popular back in the 1960s. What's that? Before you were born. So what's that? 60. Pass me by. Pass me by. Pass me by one summer day, flash those big brown eyes my way, and oh, I wanted you forevermore. Baby, I'm not one that gets around, swear my feet stuck to the ground, and though I never did meet you before, I said hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I'm in love with Mary. I knew, Mary Lou, that we'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Goodbye, heart. Saw your lips, I heard your voice. Believe me, I just had no choice. While horses could make me stay away. Thought about a moonlit night, arms about you good and tight. That's all I need to see for me to stay. Hey, hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I'm in love with Mary. I knew, Mary Lou, we'd never part. We'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Goodbye, heart. Hello, Mary Lou. I'm in love with you, yes. Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Right from the start, I say hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Thank you. So like I said, we are troublemakers. Don lives just down the road, around the other side of Arroyo Grande High School. And Jerry lives over by the hospital, fortunately, and he doesn't live anywhere. Babe lives over by Madonna, and I live out in Los Osos. And we get together every so often, rehearse these songs, and we've been doing it for a little while. And Babe sang in a quartet with his brother and two other guys for almost 30 years. So he's got a lot of experience. Don was
district champion in 1966. The Thermal Airs out of Bakersfield. And I'm the baby in the quartet. I'm 72. So, anyway, but we are honored to be here to help celebrate Eddie's birthday. And we'd like to do one more song for you.
What would that be? Something that I know.
It goes like this.
That's all.
He's going to pretend to know it. We hope he knows that he's got the melody.
It's a I'm sitting on top of the world, rolling along, just rolling along. I'm quitting the blues of the world, singing a song, just singing a song. Glory, hallelujah, I just phoned the Bartholomew Park, get ready to call. Just like Humpty Dumpty, I'm ready to fall because I'm sitting on top of the world, rolling along, just rolling along. Take it.
I'm sitting on top of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling along.
Rolling along.
I'm quitting the blues of the world, singing a song, just singing a song. Glory, hallelujah, I just phoned the Bartholomew Park, get ready to call. Just like Humpty Dumpty, I'm ready to fall because I'm sitting on top of the world, rolling along, just singing a song. I'm sitting on top of the world. And getting old is tough, but by gosh, it beats the alternative, right? Yes. Sure. You would like to, okay, you'd like to hear another song? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, we have okay, so we have one more song. It's sort of the obligatory song in a situation like this. And, and it's usually sung really off-key, but barbershoppers always sing it in tune and in harmony. But y'all are welcome to sing along, and as a matter of fact, encouraged to sing along. And we don't even mind if you sing off-key because it's special for our pal Eddie. And it's in celebration.
You get the old pitch pipe, huh?
Yeah, I got the old one, yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eddie. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, I'll drink to that. What I want to know is where the other 89 candles.
It says 9 and 0, but the
I know.
9 broke.
Yes, I know.
All you have is a zero.
I brought it.
This is from my stepsisters, Robin and Kimba.
So Uncle Ed is an amazing guy. I've had a lot of admiration for his sense of adventure all these years. He goes kayaking with us. He did the barbershop quartet. Not afraid of technology. A lot of men of his generation will, flee from technology, but Ed seems to embrace it. Always getting the latest iPhone, and so I think he's just an amazing guy. Happy birthday, Ed.
What do you want to tell Uncle Ed?
Uncle Ed, I love you very much, and
Really?
over
the last 60 years of my life, I have enjoyed going to stay with you and Aunt Jean and Cindy and Kathy and taking trips with our families together. I've enjoyed our conversations, our candid conversations, and I always enjoy your sense of humor and how laid back you are, and I use a lot of filler here.
What funny moment do you remember about Eddie?
I don't remember any funny moments.
He's
just a funny guy. He's just a funny guy. You know?
What about you lived up at the
I
house?
think the funniest time was when we went to his house and the front yard was gone up on Palomino.
Oh, that wasn't funny.
Maybe you open up the door and you just fall out. That's the funniest. I'm sure it wasn't funny for you though. Okay, cut.
How'd you meet Eddie?
Well, he was working for him at the Century 21 office. And he used to do he used to do a lot of handwork, right? With his tools, the toolbox.
Yeah, well, he did the Wheel of Fortune for a charity at
Right.
Earl Warren Showgrounds.
Yeah. He
We
always
raised
helped.
money for Easter seals with
Yeah.
the Wheel of Fortune, and Claire and Ed built this wheel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
And he did.
so we took that there and did.
And we did raise a little bit of money, and that was nice.
It attracted people,
Yeah.
the wheel,
And
spin
he-
the wheel.
Yeah, and he always helped us. He was the Santa Claus in the
Yeah.
children's at the American Legion too.
Awesome.
He was
Yeah,
the
I was-
Santa.
I
He
was
was
there.
Santa Claus in the American Legion. So he was so incredible. He looked like the real Santa. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And he's one of the nicest persons, you know?
That's nice.
Yeah, so I wanted to tell him that. And I want him to tell him happy birthday. 90 years old he's been through a lot. He's been through hell and back. And I hope he's back. Yeah. Right?
he did construction work too, and he did a couple of jobs for me, and did the fireplace at the Century 21 office, tiled over the orange bricks that were there.
Yeah.
In Santa Barbara?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, the office, we were big into parties, we did a big Christmas party and a big Halloween party, and Ed was always a part
Always
of all of it.
helping us, yes. Always, no matter what. Yeah. So now we can start. We did?
You're good?
Oh my God. We already. Okay, Ed. Happy birthday. We love you.
We're not Grandpa Ed. Hi, we love you. You got some of your grandkids here. Got Miranda, soon to be husband Nick, and Buddy. And you guys can say your own names. I think he knows our names.
This is way more fun with
And
Nicole taking the
Jasmine,
lead. Let's
and
go.
Nicole, and my husband Dean.
What do you
And
think, he's 105?
I'm trying to say.
It's been 20 years since we've last seen you.
We're just
This could
so
be a
glad-
time capsule for when he is.
We're so glad glad to have you as our grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm your favorite, so. And we're happy to be at your 90th party. And glad we got an invite, because if not, that'd be real awkward.
It was so great to see you singing and dancing.
Yeah, that barbershop quartet was pretty cool. Oh yeah, a quintet. Barbershop quintet with you added.
And we're lucky you raised such wonderful girls, Cindy and Kathy.
Yep.
Yep.
No, that.
Well, this is getting a little awkward now.
Now we're
You're gonna edit this, right?
I think you're awesome on your 90th, and it was really an honor to do the zip line with you. And I'm just inspired. That's all there is to say. That's all there is to say. You're on the ball. You're sharp, and you went right down that zip, and even let go of the handles. Yes, yes. So yeah, here's your daughter here. She's gonna come in.
Hi.
And say a word or two.
Hi.
Yes, there you
Hi,
go and say
Dad.
something.
So, thank you so much for participating in my spontaneous improvisation. And it was great dancing cheek to cheek with you. And I think I get my performance qualities from you. Take it or leave it. Happy birthday, Dad. Love you.
Hi, Ed. Remember the good old days when we developed the wheel of fortune that you spin? I mean, we put that together in your garage. We took it out and put it in the home shows, and there we were. We would spin the wheel of fortune and win something for Century 21. How about that? Well, that was in the good old days back in the mid-90s. Anyway, at this point in time, I can welcome you to the happy 90th plus birthdays. Anyway, we're in that 90 plus club now. We're looking for the 100. Maybe we'll make it, maybe we won't, but we are on the, what you call the road of life. And we can now talk the walk because we have been walking it for 90 years. Anyway, keep on walking, thumbs up. All 10 of them, but they're still up. Anyway, happy birthday.
Hey, Dad. Gosh, you mean so much to me, and I'm just so thankful to have a dad like you, and who I always know will be there for me no matter what. And for me, like, one of the greatest memories was doing our trip through Yellowstone and Grand Tetons. What a wonderful time we had together. And I think pretty much I know you're game for anything. And thank you for being up for coming to this party. And I hope you had a good time and you feel loved, because we love you and I love you.
Well, Eddie, it's as everybody's talked about what they've tried to portray. It's not about just living for 90 years. It's about experiencing life and about creating moments, and you've done that. You've created those moments. You've lived the 90 years, but you've made memorable moments that have touched people's lives. I love you. I'm glad being married to Cindy. It's awesome. Looking forward to your next 10 and seeing what you got in store. Happy 90th.